Welcome. Today is just almost a continuation from the last lesson we did, where given a point and a slope, or maybe even just 2 points, to write the equation of a linear line in slope or in point slope form. So again, point slope form means we have the variable y, and we're going to minus off a y value given a single point equaling the slope times, in parentheses, x minus the x value of some point that we are using. So last time they were just gave them to you. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to give you the graph. And it's going to say write the equation, right? Write the equation of the line in point slope form using the red point that they indicate or highlight, right? Use the red point they highlight. And the hardest thing then is to find the slope. Be sure to watch your scaling and to reduce your slope. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I find nice intersection points so I don't mess up and think of an intersection point that isn't. But it looks like I'm hitting nice points every other spot. So it looks like I'm going up one square and going over two squares. But now, according to the scaling, that looks like I'm going up 100 and I'm going over, scaling this way, yep, is 200. So again, my slope is rise over run. So my slope is 100 over 200, but that reduces obviously to 1/2. So I know my slope is 1/2. So when I go to type this in, down here in this again, using this formula here, I'm going to do y minus my y value. Well, the y value for this point is 800. See, this is so much nicer than trying to figure out where I hit this y-intercept. You know, I mean, I'm not sure if it's exactly halfway in between or not. I mean, I'm sure we could figure it out, but it's just easier just to do 1/2 as my slope and then use the x value. So I'm going to look down here at my x value. My x value is 700. And I'm minusing them off. And I hit submit, and we did very, very good. All right, here's another equation, but I'm going to jump up because they don't get in much harder than this. So here they actually have you type in the whole equation. So again, I'm right off the bat, without even looking, I know I'm going to do a y minus something. Now I'm going to look at my point and find my y value. Look over here to find my y value. My y value is 50. So I'm going to do y minus 50 equals. Now I need to find my slope. So again, this is the part that's a little bit harder. I'm going to see if I can find that point there. Looks a little high. So it looks like that point right there is hitting on a nice intersection point. And then obviously the point they give us. So again, that means it looks like I rise up 10 and I run. How far do I run? From negative 50 all the way over to 30. So that's a run of 80. 80 when I rose 10. Again, I'm watching my scaling. So that's rise of 10, run of 80. That's a slope of 1/8. So again, back here, I'm going to go back here and type in my 1/8 as my slope. Make sure you put a parentheses. Now what was, and then it's going to be x minus, what's the x value? I'm looking down here, the x value is 30. 30. And I've written my equation in point slope form. So hopefully that made sense and that you were able to follow that. Let's see if I did it right. Great job. All right. So again, I'm going to jump up a little higher. I was hoping they would give us a point in the negatives, which it doesn't seem like they are giving us a point in the negatives, because I've noticed that sometimes, and I wanted to mention this, no, they're always giving points in the positives, which is perfectly fine, I guess. Keeps it easy for us, right? Always giving us a positive point. since it's always a positive point, again, very simple, y minus the y value. Look across from the point they give us. The y value is 70 equals, find my slope. So now this is the part where I want to be careful because I want to find nice intersection. Obviously, the point they give us is a nice intersection point, but I'm looking, that's not. So don't, that's not good. This is the nice one, it looks like. Just to be safe, I'm going to look down a little further. See, that's a little high. That's definitely off. That's a little high. So it looks like right there. So it looks like I'm going up and over. Whoops, I went too high. It's that one right there. Up, over. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to emphasize that I went up too high on this one here. So yep, I have a rise of 4 squares, but 4 squares, look at the scaling, 10, 20, 30, 40. So a rise of 40 over a run of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, a run of 50. So that means my slope is 4/5. 4/5. Make sure you always put the parentheses, x minus the x value for the point they're having us use, which is this point here, which is a x value of 80 that corresponded to that y value of 70 here. So I'll do 80 parentheses and submit. Keep it up. So here's one. I'm going to do this one really quickly, and then I'll call it good. And the reason I'm doing this one is because I'm going to show you that I'm going to have a plus in this, not a minus. I am going to have a minus y value because the y value for the point they gave us is 60. So I'm going to do y minus 60 equals, again, quickly find my slope. So I'm looking for my next nice point that goes with this, coming down. That's not nice. Nope, nope, nope. Looks like right there. So that means I'm going up 30 and over, because we're, again, scaling by tens, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. To get from negative 30 to negative 80 would be 50. So my rise was 30, my run was 50, and by the way, I'm going downhill. So my slope is a negative 3/5 when I reduce it. So watch your slopes. So again, come back here. I'm going to do a slope of negative 3/5, put in my parentheses, and now I'm going to do an x plus. And why am I going to do a plus? Because what's this x value? This x value is a negative 80, and when I minus a minus 80, it becomes plus 80. So just realize that if either your x or y value is negative, it actually ends up becoming plus. If you have any questions, please do bring them to class.